Guys, welcome back in. We are here in SFL HQ for the Eastern Conference Finals. It is the Atlanta Swarm traveling to the Thunderdome to take on the Chicago Wildcats to see who has a date with the Mexico City Aztecs in the championship game.
We're 26 minutes behind or whatever it is, and but it doesn't matter. It's SFL football. We had our first game go to overtime, the second overtime of the postseason. Mexico City's in the championship game because they won 2 games in overtime on a field goal. You just don't get more intense than that.
Tell you what, Cole Varner's getting a raise. No doubt about that. But what a game we just had in the Western Conference. But now we shift gears to the Eastern Seaboard, and we play in Chicago, the Windy City in this case. The Atlanta Swarm come into town. They have a DeMar Woods and a BDG Hollywood that create a really dynamic duo. But I don't think you can get more dynamic in this case than the King to King connection.
BDG Hollywood had a career day, 299 yards against Tallahassee. I expect that Atlanta will continue to ride that hot hand from Hollywood. It takes a lot of pressure off DeMar Woods, who's shown that he's turnover prone. The Chicago Wildcats team, very balanced, very good, just about everywhere. You know, they don't do any one thing great, but they do a lot of things well. And it's worth noting here, I think that the team that has the best running game tonight is going to win. These two are the top 2 rushing defenses in the SFL, so we're going to see yards at a premium here tonight, and I think if one of these running backs goes off, that's going to be the difference.
Which defense is going to blink first? That's the name of the game at this point as we get set from Chicago. Honestly, this is the 6th game I've called for Chicago this season, and I've seen a lot of this team grow from the beginning of the season to the end. They've gotten better as time has gone along.
Yeah, I think Chicago's had one heck of an up and down roller coaster season, but they're here. They got a home game. They've got everything that they would ever have wanted. And for Atlanta, well, really for both these teams, there really is no pressure. I think we're going to see these two teams come out. They're going to air the ball out. Aaron King's going to be all over the field. Atlanta's going to have to lock him down, an SFL record setter this season for yards per catch. I think we're going to see a lot of big plays. These are big play offenses. I think that the shootout that we didn't get in the first game, I think we're going to see it here in the second game because these two can light it up on the board, and I think that these offenses are just going to go for it tonight. No holding back, a lot of risks, maybe a lot of reward. Could get sloppy, but again, it all goes back to that ground game. If you can figure out how to run against these two top-flight run defenses, I think you're going to have a good night tonight.
You alluded to that SFL record for Aaron King. 27 yards per catch is what he is averaging to this point. You and I went through that a little while ago. That is ridiculous from him. But I believe we are just about ready for football. It is Chicago hosting Atlanta. We are going to get down to the field for the Eastern Conference Championship. One of these teams is headed to the championship game. Who's it going to be, Atlanta or Chicago? We find out next with the SFL on YouTube. We have 3 teams left now. We have the hope of getting into the Hall of Champions at SFL HQ. We are ready to go for Atlanta and Chicago. The Eastern Conference Final is on the air as these two teams fight for a date with the Mexico City Aztecs in the championship game on the Twitch front page. Here we go. Football is on your screen. Deion Hawkins, E.T. King, Aaron King of the Chicago Wildcats, host BDG Hollywood, DeMar Woods, and Eric Vinson of the Atlanta Swarm. We are ready for football as you see the rosters on your screen right there. And I'm Chris Curtis. That is Cameron Irvine. 3 teams left, Cam.
Yeah, we can't wait. The theme music is off. That means that we're about to have some football, and we're about to see who's going to get the ball first. This is going to be a fun one.
Indeed it is. Coin toss on your screen right now. We will see who is going to get the football first. It will be the Chicago Wildcats. The Atlanta Swarm will kick it away. That'll give E.T. King the football first. We will see what he can do as we play inside the Thunderdome in Chicago. Atlanta about to kick it away. Eastern Conference Finals on your screen. Who's going to the championship? We find out next. Ball is off. It'll be back for A.J. Barnes. He will grab it and take it out to the 30, past the 30 to the 34-yard line, and that should be where they mark it. So that's where we're at. E.T. King going to get the football, and we'll see what he can do to this Atlanta Swarm defense. Taking a look, Deion Hawkins should be a focal point of the offense for Chicago. Shan Varner, the tight end, should be a target as well. He doesn't get any bigger than number 10 out there, Aaron King. He's at the bottom of your screen now, offset eye for E.T. On the back, handed off, plenty of room for Hawkins. He's going to get taken down after a 2-yard gain, though. 2nd and 8 upcoming. And first rush of the game goes for not very much.
Nice job by Nick Nitro, the safety, coming up in the box. You know, some safeties are run specialists, man. They can get up in there and make an impact. And Nick Nitro showing that he's willing to do that here tonight against Deion Hawkins.
He's been very good in the open field all season long, no doubt about that. As we take a look at the second down play, flag on it, I believe it's going to be neutral zone infraction. Hawkins goes for not very much, and it'll be a penalty that goes forward.
That's not good there from Atlanta, as Ludacris actually called for the offside there. Rare mistake there from Chris. He is one of the best players on this Atlanta defense, coming out in the gray tops here tonight, the helmets and shoulders with those bright blue pants, that very unique color combination for Atlanta.
We don't see very often Chicago coming out in the all-black uniforms, and they are in those as well. E.T. King is in the backfield by himself. And snap taken. He's going to be looking to throw. There is a pass that it looks like it is dropped. It is indeed no first down on the play. That is a mistake for Aaron King, and they will have to look at a 3rd down.
Wow, Aaron, you haven't said that much all season. Aaron King making a mistake. Aaron King has been one of the greatest short careers in SFL history, and it's just, I think, getting started. He is outstanding and now dangerously in the slot right now.
Offset I formation. See what King can do for running the quarterback. Handoff to Hawkins, who is not going to get there. They're going to have to punt it away. A drive that stalls short, and we are looking at a 4th and 3.
Colin LaMarche making it happen. We talked at the beginning of this game here in pregame about the run defense from both of these teams. Top 2 in the league. Yards are going to be at a premium, but I still think that we're going to see these two open things up in the passing game here, and the fireworks are coming, trust me.
Yeah, fireworks on the way, but the thing that is going to be huge is which one of these teams sticks with the run game. Because the more you run it at this defense, the more you're going to wear them out, and eventually it's going to create some holes.
Yeah, it's up to BDG Hollywood to maybe make some holes of his own. He's not going to have these wide open running lanes to run through. He's going to have to break tackles. He's going to have to make cuts. He's going to be a difference maker tonight if Atlanta's going to get the win.
7 in the box defensively against DeMar Woods, who's in the I formation. He will throw on 1st down. The right-hander throws towards the sideline. That is a grab over the 1st down marker. Good one for Eric Vincent, his first catch. And that is it's Cody Taylor, the tight end, who has his first catch, and that'll be a 1st down.
Man, easier said than done from DeMar Woods. He, with a guy coming in, spearing at his kneecaps, makes the play. That was a heck of a throw from Woods.
Single back formation. It is going to be Hollywood back there. Quick drop, looking to throw. Throws off to the left for Hollywood on the swing. He will make the catch, but not much happening on yardage. It'll actually be 2nd and 10 as he gains nothing.
Yeah, that's not what you want out of a swing pass, although you'll take 3 great swings for 2 average swings, and Atlanta maybe just trying to set up Chicago to play the outside so that they can get Hollywood going inside.
2nd and 10 on the way. We'll see if they can make it a manageable 3rd down. Single back formation for Woods. 3 bunched up to the bottom of your screen as well. See what they have in store. Handoff to Hollywood. He's going to get taken down fairly easily behind the line. Nothing doing. And it will be a 3rd and 12 as he loses 2.
Man, how about Clint Hendershot? Yeah, man, he came in like a heat-seeking missile, makes the play on Hollywood. These two, I'm telling you what, man, they just close running lanes so fast. And I may have been underestimating how good these defenses are coming in.
Take a look at A.J. Barnes there in the safety spot. He's going to try to jump up and make a play. He won't make a play here. It'll be a tip ball down to the ground. Woods got hit as he threw that. Nothing doing. Punt incoming for Atlanta.
Espen Real making it happen. You know, he leads the team, or led the team this regular season in passes defended with 13. As a linebacker, what does that mean? That means that your coverage down the field is so good. Opposing quarterbacks are not even looking to there. They're looking to a lot of checkdowns over the middle, and that's allowing Real, just like he did on that last play, to break up those passes and help his defense get off the field.
Punt incoming. A.J. Barnes back deep to return it. He will have an opportunity to do so from the 26 and gets taken down at the 32. So that is where E.T. King will be back out on the field. Hopefully he can get the offense into a rhythm. We have not seen a rhythm from either of these offenses just yet, as these defenses have stood tall early in this contest.
Yeah, a great start for the defenses here. We're just a few minutes in. We know how long a game can really feel for these teams when it gets down to crunch time. Both seem to just be feeling each other out a little bit.
Quick 1st down throw from King. That'll be off to the left. Good throw indeed. Not quite a 1st down. It'll be a completion for 8 yards. Alex Zeli, his first catch.
Alex Zeli, another one of those Carolina Skyhawks success stories. He's come to Chicago, played a real nice game. He's a deep threat of his own, but Aaron King has allowed this offense to open up in ways that maybe Alex Zeli has never had an opportunity to, as he's working opposite Aaron King and getting a lot of field to himself.
Just underway in the 1st quarter. Curtis, Cameron Irvine with you in the Eastern Conference Finals. 2nd and 2 as we are ready to go. 3 in the backfield for E.T. King. That is, count them, 7 in the box for the Atlanta Swarm. Hand off to Hawkins. He will break through 1, get a 1st down, and he will fight his way forward to the 44-yard line. That is a new set of downs for the Wildcats.
That's what you want to see out of Deion Hawkins. You want to see those legs churning. He's one of the best to ever play this game. Hawkins is, again, not going to have a lot of room to run tonight. He's going to have to make plays like that to move the chains.
Under center 2 in the backfield on the split backs. Hand off to Hawkins on the swing run. That is not going to work. Caught in the backfield at the 40-yard line, and they are moving backwards.
It's amazing what you can do when you can extend the play. Atlanta wasn't there right at the beginning. They got a push off the defensive line, but they strung the play out to the boundary, which allowed their defense to pursue and get there. LaMarche and company in the backfield drops them for a loss of 2.
2nd and 12. 2 in the backfield again. 3 wide for E.T. King. Gotta think he's got to look to his receivers here. That is tipped and nearly intercepted. Aaron King, the intended receiver, but that just about came back the other way.
All right, so Chicago's going to have to make an adjustment on 3rd down and long. I don't know if you saw, Chris, there was nobody after the line of scrimmage within 10 yards. There was nobody on the screen, which means that Chicago needs to attack that short middle of the field. If that's what Atlanta's going to bring them, again, here you can see at midfield, there's just nobody there. If Chicago can attack that here on 3rd down, they'll move the sticks.
5 wide for E.T. Let's see what he's got. 3 coming at him. Thrown over the middle. That is a catch and a 1st down for Chicago. They move into Atlanta territory. That's a big one for Davius Reed.
Boom, right there. I just called it. Davius Reed, soft middle of the field. It was open. Reed runs a great route, doesn't run it too deep, allows E.T. King to find the open hole in the defense. He takes advantage, and Chicago stays on the field.
Big play offensively for Chicago to extend this drive. They have a chance to move it even farther forward. We'll see what they've got. Handoff. Hawkins breaks through 1, can't break through 3. Forward momentum should have an 8-yard gain, and he's got 12 yards, so not very much doing offensively from the Chicago halfback.
But Chicago's doing a great job of mixing up how they're getting Deion Hawkins the ball. They're throwing him the outside. They're running traps. They're trying to take him to the outside. They're doing a lot of different things with Hawkins, trying to keep Atlanta balanced.
Single back formation coming for the Wildcats. That's going to be a play over the middle that will hit the ground harmlessly. Nothing doing for that. It'll be 3rd and 3, but it is manageable as they try to convert.
Oh, E.T. King was hearing footsteps, man. Ludacris was coming in. He was going to sing him a rap song and hush him, just whisk him to sleep, man. E.T. King was worried. He threw that ball a little bit too fast, and Reed wasn't ready for it.
Here we go. 3 down at the bottom of your screen that are going to be out for a pass. Deion Hawkins is the deep back behind E.T. King. Handoff incoming. He'll try to fight for the first. He will get nowhere. Huge stop on D for Atlanta, and they will force a coffin corner attempt from the Chicago punter.
Luda making it happen. I tell you what, Chris, I am so impressed at these 4 teams here in the conference finals. They are playing such good defense. That's the difference between a team at the top of the standings and the bottom. The teams at the top know how to stop their opponent.
This will be towards the left corner. It'll bounce, and they will indeed down it. A coffin corner success. Atlanta's going to start with the ball at their own 2-yard line. What a punt from the special teams unit on Chicago.
Going to get a chance to see it again here. Almost got blocked out. This is how you stop a punt. None of that showboating, flying into the end zone, trying to be Superman. Just go down with the ball, and we're going to get our second look at DeMar Woods.
Second look indeed. He did not do very well in his first drive. Also want to get BDG Hollywood the football. This might be the time to do that as they try to force their way forward. I said they started at the 2. They actually marked him with a 4. He'll get the first carry. He spins through the line and gets 8 on the play. They'll actually say he got 9, I believe, down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Or 7. Whatever. It's a number somewhere in there somewhere. You know, BDG Hollywood has just, a lot of running backs have a great spin move, but there's something about Hollywood. He's a great combo back. He can really do it all.
2nd and 3. Offset I formation for Woods. Snap taken. Handoff to Hollywood again, and he's going to get taken down hard behind the line. Back at the 10-yard line. Huge shot from Clint Hendershot is going to force that loss.
Somebody called Hendershot's mama ugly. He's playing so angry here in the first quarter. He's taking it out on BDG too. I have a feeling BDG win the stands. He said, man, I don't think I'd take her out on a date.
That's terrible. Single back formation. It'll be 7 in the box for Chicago on defense. That's a long throw and a catch and a broken tackle. Down to the 40. That is going to be Eric Vincent, I believe, to the house. He's got it. Touchdown, Atlanta Swarm.
Wow, Eric Vincent. We've talked all season, Chris, about the explosive offense from Atlanta, how they can get it done so quickly. And on 3rd and 4, after a couple of Hollywood runs, Woods almost overshoots Vincent, and Hamrack has got to make that tackle. If you're in one-on-one coverage with a guy on a fade route, you have to make the play if you have the opportunity. Hamrack didn't, and that's the difference between a first down and a touchdown.
If you get 2 hands on the ball carrier, you have to bring him down. There's no doubt about that. He did not do it. Eric Vincent with the quick strike offense in Atlanta, who were down on their own 4-yard line when they started that drive, end up with 6 points. What a throw from Woods. They have the first strike on the road, and Chicago is going to be in a situation now where they have to retaliate. E.T. King looking up at the scoreboard, finding his team behind for the first time.
Chicago. Oh, sorry, Chris.
You're good.
Chicago's got to catch their breath. This game is far from over. Atlanta strikes first, but Chicago has Aaron King. They've got the high-flying offense, too. And the Wildcats are at home. They just got to settle down, play in the moment, have some fun.
Arena gets the extra point through, so it'll be 7-0 Atlanta. AJ Barnes waiting deep for the return. He will try to get as good a field position as he can. Chicago thought they did well, forcing the coffin corner, getting the coffin corner to go their way to force them down at the 4, but the secondary failed them. They could not keep DeMar Woods and Eric Vincent out of the end zone, and we'll see what Barnes can do on the return. Pretty dangerous return when he gets onto the 30-yard line, and that is where E.T. King will start this drive.
All right, E.T. King, go to work. Don't forget, Wednesday, October 25th, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. It's the SFL Championship Game with former NFL running back Ryan Moats, myself, Houston Hyena owner Damon Simeon. It's going to be Mexico City and somebody. The Aztecs will be at home for the game. They clinched that here tonight. We're going to be in Mexico for the title. Who's coming with us?
We will find that out tonight. E.T. King thinks it's going to be Chicago, and that pass out to the side won't do him any favors other than get a couple of yards. That is one from Davius Reed, his second catch, and it'll be a 2nd and 6 upcoming.
You know, Davius Reed struggled this season, but he's really come on in the postseason. He's come up with some crucial catches. He already has 2 tonight. He had that play of the year that's actually pictured there, or one of the best plays of the year. I believe Eric Vincent was on that call where he somehow got away from 3 defenders. He's a great receiver just waiting to get out.
And Hawkins will take this ball towards the sideline. He stepped out of bounds on a spin move, and he will gain a few, but not enough to get the first. It'll be 3rd and 3 upcoming. Huge mistake stepping out of bounds there.
Yeah, Hawkins just didn't know where he was. You know, sometimes players, they get a little amped up, they get a little excited, they see some open field, and Hawkins just kind of forgot that he needed to keep both feet in before he got to make a highlight play.
3rd and 3. Quick drop, thrown on a quick route, a first down. Very, very quick play developing, as that is a catch for Aaron King, his first of the game, and it is a first down for the Wildcats.
How about that? That's a great play. Nobody's going to cover Aaron King within 20 yards of the line of scrimmage. He's never going to run a short route, and Aaron King makes him pay just right up the middle, a quick little strike. King proven he can be a possession guy too.
And tell you what, talking about he does hurt his average per catch. He was 27. Now it probably goes down to 24. No problem. This will be a play for E.T. King to make, but he can't get it. He can't get it done. That was a potential sack, but he gets the ball off in time to evade that. 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Make sure you're trending us on Twitter, hashtag SFL Playoffs. Want to keep it going. We had 68 was our peak viewership in the last broadcast. We want to up that here in the East Final here tonight. Tell your friends, spread the word. Sim Nation unite here in the Eastern Conference Final.
Single back formation for E.T. King. He's going to hand it off on a draw to, that is Deion Hawkins. He will not quite get the first down. It'll be 3rd and I believe 5, as he is not quite 3rd and 4 actually. They say he got 6, but it is manageable to try to convert.
You appreciate Lyman getting out the block at the 2nd level, but you got to get the 1st level block first. I can't do it all, big guys. Deion, that's what he's probably saying in the huddle after Chicago missed a chance at a first down.
6 in the box defensively for Atlanta. So they try to force a stop here. Trying to win the field position battle. They're up 7-0 already. They can try to keep Chicago to a 3 and out, but no, it'll not work. It'll be a first down. Big catch towards the sideline for Aaron King. Don't let him get hot, because if he does, this game could get lopsided in a hurry.
Another short route from Aaron King. They're setting him up. It's like putting bait out for a shark, man. They're ready for some carnage out there with Aaron King. Another great route by Aaron, and E.T. King, even though he was a little bit off the mark with the throw, got the first.
E.T. looking towards the sideline, looking on I believe it was a curl. Not quite going to happen. That is Davius Reed with a chance at a catch, could not bring it in, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Reed looked like he was going through the Exorcist, man. There, he was all sorts of turned around and twisted trying to make that catch. Not on the same page there. Rare incompletion on a short pass from King.
See what Atlanta has to say on this 2nd and 10. Chicago trying to make it a manageable 3rd down as they do enter Atlanta territory. This will be E.T. under center. You got 3 bunched up at the top of your screen. Quick throw. That's another one. I believe that's Aaron King again. They ran that play earlier, and that is a near first down, but it'll be a 3rd and 2 as they came very close, unable to get the first yet.
Chicago killed Queen City with the short passing game last week. It'll be interesting to see if, as this game develops, that continues to work against Atlanta, which plays a completely different defensive scheme.
Offset I formation. Hand off to Hawkins, trying to get the first. He is very, very close. We'll see where they mark this. It could be the difference, but I think it is going to be 4th and 1. That's what they will say. And decision time here for the Chicago coaching staff.
Brown with the stop. That is a trendsetter. That's going to get Chicago thinking, can we pick up 3rd and 4th and short with the run?
This will be a big play if they do indeed snap this. They're at the 38. They do, and they get a penalty out of it. Oh, what a free play here. Out to the sideline. Hawkins is going to get the completion, and that is going to be a first down regardless of the penalty. But what a play by Chicago to run that throw.
That's a great run, that throw. That's awesome. That's a great hot route there to throw it out to Hawkins. Everybody's stacked up on the line. You think they're just going to try to pound it right through. You hit Hawkins on the swing. There was nobody out there to defend it. That's great offensive work from Chicago. Bad discipline by the Swarm, who jump offside for the 2nd time in the quarter.
Cannot be making mistakes in a situation like this where you are 1 game away from a possible championship opportunity. Aaron King is going to be at the top of your screen, the silver wide receiver. E.T. King is under center. 4 on the defensive line. King is going to take the snap, look to throw, throws over the middle. That is a grab, has a first down and another catch. This one for Alex Zeli. First time we've called his name in a little while, but it is a first down.
Again, E.T. King being efficient. It's very interesting. Chicago taking a risk. This is a very good defensive front. E.T. King's taken 1 and 3-step drops. The major part of his first quarter, they're getting the ball out of his hands before the pressure can get to him.
Into the red zone for the first time this evening. Hand off to Hawkins, looking through the middle, breaks through 1, not through 7, and he'll get down to the 12-yard line there, approaching 1st and goal territory. They need to get to the 9 to get that new set. And with that, the end of the first quarter is indeed upon us. 3 quarters left. It's 7-0 Atlanta as we have Wildcats threatening to tie this game up. We have more after this on the SFL on YouTube. Back to it. Chicago threatening in the red zone in Atlanta territory, trying to go left to right into the end zone instead of right to left now. Hawkins in the backfield. He'll go out for a swing. Thrown over the middle. Nearly picked off. Should have been picked off. That's a big mistake by E.T. King.
Brown makes it happen. Again, trying to force the issue to Aaron King, who's already been targeted 6 times in this game. You know Atlanta is going to be ready for it. We have not seen Chicago through the deep ball. On the previous play, Aquanta Shine over-pursued to the outside, and Hawkins burned him up the middle. That's just one of those guessing games, and Atlanta guessed wrong. 3rd down.
Shotgun play upcoming. King is in the backfield by himself. Looks like Atlanta playing a little more defensively on the run, and that is going to be a pass incomplete. Intended receiver Shan Varner with his first target, but unable to bring that one in. Field goal unit upcoming for Chicago.
Shine's got to make that play. Think about this, Chris. You're up 7-0 on the road. If I make that play as that linebacker and I take that back for a touchdown and go up 14-0 on the road, this crowd is silent. Instead, we're just starting the 2nd quarter. Atlanta gets the stop, but they don't step on the throw to Chicago, and it gives the Wildcats an opportunity to put points on the board.
This is going to be a 30-yard attempt. Chicago's kicking game has been a conundrum this season, and it does go through on this play. And they celebrate a 3-point swing on this, 7-3 in favor of Atlanta. They do get points out of it. Don't be surprised, though, from what we've seen from Chicago, if their kicking game becomes a factor later in this contest.
Yeah, we've seen some teams, specifically Chicago and Houston this year, really struggle with their kicking game, especially their short kicking game. If this game comes down to a field goal, I'm really nervous for Chicago. Although Atlanta's had some worries themselves, this game from a kicking level could get ugly, or we could see some non-contract players really step up in a big moment.
I mean, at this point, it's conference championship. I mean, if there's ever a chance to correct those mistakes, it's right now. So this will be a huge game for that to happen. 3 points on that possession, and DeMar Woods out on the field again. And that's going to be good to see what he can do.
Make sure if you're new, join our Discord community. Visit the SFL at simulationfl.net, as we're going to hook you up with everything you want to know about the league all day, every day.
You can use the ! Discord command in chat as well if you want a direct link to the community. That will be the express lane to getting you into the team chats, the daily discussion, where everybody loves joking around with everybody. It's a really good community to have. And this pass is completed over the middle. Another first down for DeMar Woods, who seems to be attacking this defense pretty efficiently.
No one is immune to being teased like I was today about my lack of technology in my car, but you know, that's the breaks.
That was super fun. This will be a handoff to Hollywood. He'll try to break a tackle, but cannot break 7, and he'll get a couple of yards out of it. It'll be 2nd and 7 upcoming as the Chicago Wildcats swarm to him.
All right, 2nd and 7, 7-3. Atlanta's up on Chicago, trying to figure out who's going to play Mexico City in this championship game. It's been a tight game. I still think that we're going to see this game open up. We saw one big play, but otherwise these two teams playing close to the best.
Woods going to back up on a 5-step drop, throw to the outside. That is a grab, and what a hit coming forward, and that is a huge tackle in the open field, and a 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Kanye Rockefeller, one of the staples in the SFL, 22 picks, almost 200 interception yards on his career, 15th all-time in interceptions heading into the playoffs, and one of the leaders in passes defended. This guy has been great every year of his career.
And off to Hollywood, trying to make something happen. Huge tackle in the backfield is going to force a 4th down, and Clint Hendershot stepping up when his team needs him most. That is a huge stop on 3rd.
Hendershot's not letting this mom insult go, man. I mean, he is it, and that we've seen both teams get stops on 3rd and short when teams try to run. Watch in the second half on 3rd and short if we see more passes because of these early stops on 3rd and short against the run.
Punt incoming. A.J. Barnes waiting back there. He will call for a fair catch and grab it at the 18-yard line. That is where E.T. King will start this next drive for the Chicago offense. And something's got to give here for Chicago. They got 3 points in their last drive. They looked better, but Atlanta really clamped down once they hit the red zone. And look for a big play. Chicago really feasts on the big plays. I formation for E.T. King. Hawkins is the deep back, plenty in the box stacked up against him. Snap taken, looking to throw, quick drop over the middle. They really like that short throw. They'll get another catch towards the 22-yard line. Not much on it, but they'll say 5.
And we saw against Queen City, Chicago attacking short outside. Now it would appear that the Wildcats are attacking short middle to Atlanta, but E.T. King, it looked like he got that ball partially deflected. Atlanta's almost getting home now.
Everybody stacked on the offensive line for Chicago usually means a run play, maybe not in this case. Swing route, looking for a screen to Hawkins, who's going to get, he's going to get swarmed on by a whole bunch of swarm players, and you saw that coming. 3rd and 5 incoming.
Mahmoud Ajalani, what a play. He came in off the screen, and you're like, whoa, what's that? White flash. You know, and Ajalani in those bright jerseys came in like a light and knocked out Deion Hawkins.
Shotgun play incoming. Hawkins to his left, talking about E.T. King. Taking the snap, high snap. He looked to throw it, throws short, looking to turn up field and get the first down. Did he get it? That's going to be the question mark here. He's stretched out, and Deion Hawkins will not get the first down. Just a yard short. I'd say he's probably even shorter than that, but it's going to be a punt incoming for the Wildcats.
Hawkins spent a little bit too much time trying to figure out which way he was going to run. Was he going to try to attack left or attack right? That split-second indecision caused the punt here for Chicago.
Atlanta going to take the ball back as the punter receives it, or punt returner receives it at 32. Gets knocked a little bit backwards, but here we go. DeMar Woods back on the field, trying to make it a 2-possession game. Defense is really standing tall in this contest. We'll see if he can get BDG Hollywood a little more involved as we keep going. 1st and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line is where they mark it. Decent field position to start this drive. 4 on the defensive line. We'll see if they send 4 or more. And indeed, all 4 go at Woods. Throw to the outside. That is a grab. The toe drag is going to keep the ball in his possession. Really good grab by Boo Chisholm, his first catch.
Wow, 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. I kind of forgot Boo Chisholm was even out there. That's been an interesting matchup. That's going to be compelling all night long to see who tries to defend Boo Chisholm. They've got a lot of talent in that secondary. Kanye Rockefeller's your primary corner out there. We'll see what a job he does tonight.
Hollywood has some room to run forward. He's got to get a first down out of this, and it will be another move the stick situation as they creep towards midfield. Atlanta has a good balance so far between run and pass. They're not focusing too heavy on the passing game.
Yeah, and I think that we saw a change maybe in philosophy from Atlanta over the last couple of weeks. They realized that DeMar Woods, if you put too much on his shoulders, he's going to take it and run with it, and that's going to cause a lot of problems with the offense. They're relying more on Hollywood, and it's been more effective.
Chicago creeping on the defensive line, sending extra help, and it's going to be a handoff to Hollywood. He's going to get 4 out of it. Second and 6 incoming, as it will be a chance for them to get a much more manageable 3rd down. But they're moving the ball consistently here against the Chicago defense, which if you're Chicago, there's got to be some adjustments made in the short game because they're not letting anything over the top, but everything's happening in front of them, but that's it. Chance for Woods. This will be a sack incoming as well at the 40-yard line. Evaded 1, could not evade the 2nd, and a huge defensive play for the Chicago defensive line.
So, it's the little things in football. You don't even realize that you're seeing unless you're really paying attention. On that last play, the play before the sack, Maurice Spurgeon came up in the gap, shut it down, forced Hollywood to the right. He only picked up 4. That forced a pass on 2nd and 6. Chicago brought the pressure. Now it's 3rd and long.
Big 3rd down incoming. Woods in the backfield by himself. 3 at the bottom of your screen looking to catch the ball. And another sack. This one at the 30-yard line. And they've lost a collective 10 yards on just sacks. It'll be 4th and a mile, and they'll have to punt.
What a play. Taking a chance, taking a risk. And it pays off as he fights towards DeMar Woods and gets the sack. That's a flip of field position when you can get a team in 4th and 20+.
No doubt about that. A.J. Barnes back to return this. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets some good field position and good room to run out of this. He will get a few back and down to the 34-yard line is where they'll mark him. And E.T. King back out on the field. But Chicago's done a good job of limiting the damage. They gave up the 1 touchdown. But they're still very much in this game, only a 4-point deficit.
Yeah, the Wildcats definitely have been bogged down. Credit to Atlanta's defense playing some really good football here tonight. Have not seen Aaron King targeted down the field for more than maybe 8 or 9 yards. I would expect before the half we're going to see a shot.
Got to see one sometime. 3 at the top of your screen, handoff to Hawkins first. He will fight his way forward for maybe a yard. Atlanta converging on him quickly, not letting Deion Hawkins beat them.
If you haven't seen a lot of Atlanta football here this year, Nick Nitro's a beast, man. This guy is a veteran player, and he is such a good all-around defensive back. He really can do whatever you need him to do, and tonight he's shutting down Hawkins.
He rarely gets beat in the open field as well. A lot of open field tackles for him, which I really like to see as they converge on Hawkins again. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Another long 3rd down conversion upcoming, attempt at least, upcoming for E.T. King.
Here's another guy worth talking about, Colin LaMarche, a linebacker with some speed. He's really light on his feet, much more so than maybe your average linebacker. He is flying around the field, and he's keeping up with Deion Hawkins in the open field, and that's tough to do.
6 in the box defensively. King needs to throw it over the middle. Tipped and intercepted. And Atlanta's going to bring it back the other way. Huge hit, but he hangs on to the football. Great play at the 32-yard line, and that is going to change possession for Jerry Forth in the Atlanta Swarm.
Now look at this. Aaron King was the target in quadruple coverage. It's one thing to target your best deep down the field threat. It's another to force it down the field to your deep threat. That one was forced by E.T. King, and the Swarm are making Chicago's offense very impatient.
DeMar Woods in the gun by himself as we close in on halftime here in the Eastern Conference Final. This will be a 3-step drop, has tons of time, thrown short, and a catch, an easy tackle at the 39. Jumping up to make the play, Espen Rael. Good catch over the middle for Cody Taylor. I'm sorry, that is not Taylor. That is a generic, but no big deal. 7-3, and Chicago trying to keep Atlanta out of the end zone.
All right, 2nd down and 6. We got a 3 wide receiver look. I think they're going to bust it up to Hawkins here, try to hit him up the middle.
Handoff incoming to BG Hollywood. Yes, indeed, he will get the first down. Very close, but they do not stop him ahead of that yellow line, and Atlanta moves the chains. We're closing in on the 2-minute warning in the first half. All 3 timeouts for both teams still intact.
All right, so I'm not Tony Romo. He didn't run right up the middle, but I was pretty close. They spread Chicago's defense out. They had a mismatch there, and they got Hollywood the first down.
DeMar Woods takes the football, 3-step drop, throw to the outside. That is a catch. Big juke move is going to get them a first down. That was the difference between moving the chains and not. Boo Chisholm making plays happen as they move the sticks.
You know, Boo Chisholm gave me eaten mouth. You know what eaten mouth is? It's when your mouth drops open because you see such a great play, you could stick some food in there. That's eaten mouth, and Boo Chisholm dropped my mouth open because that was a hell of a move on the outside.
Are you asking me to do that when your mouth drops open like that?
No, we should just stop talking about open mouths right now.
Okay, fair enough. 5-yard gain incoming as Hollywood takes it ahead. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll call it a 4-yard gain, and the 2-minute warning is upon us. So Atlanta has the football. They are moving down the field. We're closing in on halftime. It's 7-3 Swarm out in front. Back to it. DeMar Woods and company out on the field past the halfway point. In the gun by himself. 3 at the top of your screen. Quick drop. That's a 3-step. Throws towards the sideline, cutting the clock down and stopping it. Good catch there by Boo Chisholm on the outside.
Chisholm's starting to get involved. They're really starting to take advantage of some soft coverage from the corners for Chicago. Atlanta, again, in the passing game, not taking a lot of chances here because they know that they, at least tonight, have had the better running game, and they've had the threat of the deep ball that's been successful. That's all favoring Atlanta here in the first half.
3rd and a couple for Atlanta, trying to make something happen. Woods moves in the pocket, throws over the middle. That is a catch, and a big one at the 16-yard line. What a grab is going to move the sticks and put him in the red zone.
Chisholm again taking over, made that linebacker look like a zombie. That was a heck of a route from Chisholm, and great patience from Woods. I thought he was going to take off and run, could have had the first down. Woods very comfortable in a clean pocket.
Offset I formation again. Hollywood deep back, 7 in the box. Hand off to Hollywood, has a little bit of room, breaks through 2 tackles. Nope, not quite the second one, just about had it through. Gains a yard, not much else happening. They do have all 3 timeouts. Clint Hendershot comes up and makes a nice play.
Hendershot's got at least 5 tackles. He's going to be in double figures before this night is done. He's been the best defender on the field for the Wildcats. Chicago's going to have to tighten up here. They do not want to go into the half down 2 scores.
Under center, DeMar Woods takes a snap. Another handoff to Hollywood coming. Spin move, trying to get to the outside. And it'll get down to the 11-yard line. They do take a timeout to stop the clock as we are inside of a minute left in this first half.
Isn't it amazing, Chris? We get into the playoffs, we get into situations like this, and all of a sudden, you see these teams tighten up and make sure that they're not doing anything crazy. We haven't seen Hollywood go and spin cycle or anything. He's making calculated decisions like the game knows that it's the conference finals. It's incredible.
In the gun, looking to throw. Woods, end zone! Not going to happen. It goes well left. And that is a big miss. Boot Chisholm, the intended receiver, but it's incomplete.
Man, DeMar Woods had Chisholm open, and he just overthrew him. That is a crucial missed opportunity, and that goes back to the Aquana Shine potential pick six they could have had. Atlanta's up in this game. They're playing better than Chicago, but they're leaving the door open. And we know this Wildcat team has plenty of talent to close the gap quickly.
The thing with Chicago as well is the ability for quick strike offense, because they are very, very good at coming back, especially in the second half. They've done it on multiple occasions. That is a field goal that is good for Arena. Jason Arena makes this a 7-point game, and they are a touchdown away again. Chicago really wants to get something before the end of the half.
All right, now it's up to E.T. King. He's got an opportunity, 51 seconds. Don't make the major mistakes. Chicago has not played a bad game. They are not allowing Atlanta to do anything since Blake Hamrack missed a tackle, basically. Chicago had that play defended pretty well. That's the difference here in the first half.
See what the Chicago Wildcats have in store. A.J. Barnes brings it back to the 30. That's where E.T. King is going to have the football. And look for the thing is, he's really got to stop focusing on Aaron King and let his other receivers do work. That is Shan Varner, for instance. That is Davius Reed, for instance. He really needs to target other people, because if he continues to try to go to Aaron King, it's going to continue to get intercepted.
I like what I've seen out of Alex Zeli. I think here he is at the top of the screen. He's got one-on-one coverage out there. King is being shadowed.
Okay, so handoff to Hawkins. They'll take a timeout. So interesting call there on first down, but they do get a couple. And they'll take their first timeout. Plenty of time left to get something in set for a possible Hail Mary at the end of the half. 39 seconds left and 2 timeouts. Still a ton of time for Chicago to do something.
Chicago's feeling Atlanta out. Are they going to be able to move the chains? Are we going to be able to make something out of this drive? They don't want to take too big of a chance or throw 3 incompletions, give Atlanta another shot.
This will be an opportunity for King here in the I formation. He'll take the snap, handoff to Hawkins, has some blockers in front of him, but he can go absolutely nowhere. They'll have to take another timeout. Time ticking down, but not very quickly with the timeouts happening. Good play by Atlanta's defense. Somehow they were able to read the run there. You'd expect Chicago to be at least throwing the ball downfield a little bit here with not a minute left.
Now that's interesting, because if you're going to take the timeout on first down, okay, I get it. But don't run the ball again and take another timeout. Now if you don't get the third down, you are giving Atlanta an opportunity. Not smart there.
In the gun. Over the middle. Chance, that's a catch. He's going to have room down past midfield. They're going to try no huddle. Still have 1 timeout. They may get up, try to spike the ball to preserve that timeout. Nope, they're going to be in the gun. 5 wide. King at the midfield stripe, throws right side, diving grab and a catch. And I believe the clock is still running. Davius Reed, it is, no, they do indeed stop the clock, and they, because it is incomplete. I thought Reed had that, not so much.
Man, I thought he did too, Chris. It looked like he was going to make one heck of a catch. Then Atlanta tried to dive on it, act like it was an interception. But Chicago, now both these teams now racking up the missed opportunities.
In the gun. One thing about that, it did stop the clock, so they have some room here. Still with 1 timeout thrown over the middle. That is a catch. 9-yard completion. That is their last timeout. They will stop the clock. They are just on the outside of field goal range, you would think. Zeli makes the catch over the middle. Should be interesting decision-making time here for Chicago.
Alex Zeli is the matchup that Chicago has been able to exploit here in the first half. I think if I'm Chicago with no timeouts, I try my chance at a long field goal. Give us a 4-point deficit at the half. Give us a chance from 50 yards.
They will indeed try it. Ball is at the 34-yard line, which means it's going to be a 51-yard attempt from the Chicago Wildcats kicker. Kicking problems have hit them in the past. We'll see what they can do. Kick is on the way from Garcia. It is all the way home and good.
Wow.
52 is what they say, and that is 3 points on the board from Chicago that you did not expect.
Jesus Garcia, that was the kick of the year for Chicago. That one just barely scraped over the crossbar. Those are 3 big points for the Wildcats. And on a night where points have been a premium all over the SFL, that could be the difference for Chicago.
Could indeed. Should be very interesting to see what comes out of the half, as the Swarm did kick the ball at the start of this game, which means the Wildcats will get the football when we start the second half, which is a good 3 points to get before you get the ball back as you start the third quarter. So as the DeMar Woods will come out, probably just going to run out the clock in theory, unless he wants to try his hand at throwing one long, which, I mean, he does have a little bit of time to do, 5 seconds. It'll be enough time for one play. That's about it.
Man, you could not have asked for more grit out of these 4 teams playing in this conference finals doubleheader. All of these teams came to play tonight.
Woods going to back it up, throw short, and do they have time? Nope, they're going to run out the clock. So that is going to do it as Vincent brings in the grab. The end of the first half is upon us from the Thunderdome. Wildcats down to 4 points. It's 10-6 Swarm. As we go to the halftime break, we'll head back to the studios for the halftime show, where Cameron Irvine and I will break it down. So getting into halftime, taking a look, offense is really struggling, Cam, to get going, and really all facets of the game. There's nothing consistent from either side.
Yeah, both teams with just 28 rushing yards. You know, sometimes when you're looking at the box score, you say, or when you're looking at the stats before a game, you say, wow, top 2 running defenses. But BDG Hollywood and Deion Hawkins, these are really good backs. I'm not sure that that's going to hold up. Well, the truthful stat, the most truthful stat, was the run defenses. These guys are legit. And I told you at the beginning of the game, I thought that the team that had the best running back had the best, was going to win the game. Well, they both have the same amount of yards. So how can I possibly be right or wrong? Somebody's going to have to separate. And if not, we may be headed for a second overtime here tonight.
I mean, you and I have seen weirder things in the SFL. Not much weirder than that, but it is definitely in the realm of possibility. But what a couple of games we've seen, and we have 2 quarters left of football as each of these teams vying for a spot at a date with Mexico City in the championship game on the 25th. Don't forget, guys, that is happening on the Twitch front page. So Wednesday, October 25th at 7 p.m. Central Time. That is going to be happening, so look for more information on that coming up. But the very, very close game at the half, which is more or less what we expected. It's been a defensive battle, again, more or less what we expected. Who, in your mind, is the player on each side to watch?
I think for Chicago, E.T. King has got to make smart decisions. I think that Atlanta is going to force him to think a lot here in this second half. And if he makes decisions like the pick to Jerry Forth where he threw in a quadruple coverage, that's unacceptable in a playoff game. You got to be better than that. E.T. King last season made some terrible decisions when they were hosting Queen City and bowed out in this round in the conference finals. I wonder if it starts to get into E.T. King's head. That's the guy I want to watch in the second half. That's the guy that is going to need to play better easily than he did in that first half. I think he's the X factor. What you got to like about what DeMar Woods has done here tonight is no turnovers. He's not making the critical mistake that has hurt Atlanta in the past. When you look at Woods and his early career, those interceptions in losses have really hurt him. In the wins that he got towards the end of the season, he stayed clean. He stayed clean against Tallahassee last week. It's really important for Woods' psyche to continue to play like that. The numbers are so close together, but I tell you what, and they play so similar, but Cody Taylor is one of the toughest tight ends in the league. He plays with such a physicality. It's quite fun to watch. He's very much sort of a Gronk Jr. in that way. He's a tough load.
Under center, BG Hollywood is behind him, talking about Woods. So take the snap, get the first handoff of the quarter to BG Hollywood, and he will go absolutely nowhere. He'll lose 2 yards in the process. Second and 11 is what they'll say. Second down. They'll try to get something to make it a more manageable third.
Hendershot has not lost any energy or momentum or revenge on the mind of Hollywood coming out of that locker room. He is still hitting hard and pursuing the ball.
And off to Hollywood, going to break through 1. He has some room to go at the 40-yard line to the 35. That's where he's taken down, and it took a third level stop to bring him down and stop that play in its tracks, but a great run from Hollywood.
Blake Hamrack's got to play better. Step up, young fella. He misses another key tackle that results in Hollywood's biggest run of the night. Your teammates are only going to be able to step up for your flaws for so long. Hamrack's got to live in the moment here.
Hollywood is behind Woods again. 3 at the bottom of your screen in wideouts, 1 in the slot. That'll be a handoff to Hollywood. Nothing doing. What a tackle. Getting to the line and exploding through him to take him down.
All right, 2nd and 10. Good stuff there from Chicago's defense. Everything has been a grind and a struggle here. The only touchdown tonight was just a bad play by a defensive player. That really was the only difference. Decent throw, heck of a catch. Otherwise, we're at a stalemate.
Looking to throw over the middle is Woods. That is a grab at the 18-yard line is where they'll mark it. Good one again, and Atlanta moves the chains one more time. This one is indeed, I believe that was Cody Taylor.
They believe in this kid, Cody Taylor, is what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. And they're letting him go down the field and make big plays.
Taylor's in the slot right now. You got 3 wide and an offset eye for the Swarm. 7 in the box. Woods looking, gets taken down and almost German suplexed by the generic Paul Spears. And that is a big sack to take if you were Atlanta.
If I'm the offensive line coach and I see a non-contract defensive end Spears like that go through my line, I'm saying, guys, I really need this job.
Very good. Woods, end zone, looking and picked off. And he's tackling the end zone. He's going to go back out to the 20. What a grab. Woods makes that mistake that he's been eluding for us thus far. A.J. Barnes with that interception in safety position jumps up, makes it a really nice play.
They say the broadcast jinx is real. Maybe it is real. I was just talking about Woods' turnovers and psyche, and I'm sure everyone's going to get on my case in the chat. But A.J. Barnes reads them like a book. What a great play by the veteran safety. Hawkins is struggling, but that Chicago defense steps up again.
He is behind E.T. King here. 3 in the backfield. Have some blockers in front of him. Going to try to force it through to get taken down at the line of scrimmage again. These defenses not blinking at all. The runs not happening really for either side.
Qantas Shine has not put his mark on this game just yet, but the Atlanta front, led by Shine on that last play, just making things ugly for Hawkins tonight.
Offset I formation, hand off to Hawkins, trying to burn the edge. He was not going to get to the edge as the blockers in front of him do not do their job. Really nice work by the Atlanta defense to force a long 3rd down again. 3rd and 9 upcoming.
How about Jerry Forth, man? You got a corner on the outside, pushing a wide receiver back into the play, get off the block and make the tackle. That's all you could ever ask for out of a corner.
Yep, corner's not just one-tool beasts. That's some of the best players athletically in this game. It'll be a 3rd down upcoming. King's going to wing it out to the right-hand side. That is a tip and an incompletion. That is very, very close to a catch, but good coverage on the outside is going to force a 4th down.
Davis Reed's got to have better effort on that play. He's got one-on-one coverage. He makes sort of a weak attempt to say, hey, I'm present, I'm going up for the football. I didn't like the way that he attacked that ball. It's the playoffs. You're going to need a little bit more than that. Atlanta right now is playing harder than Chicago is. They have a 4-point lead because of it.
Who wants it more? That's what it comes down to, and Atlanta has proven that they are right there. As far as the want category goes, this punt will go back to the 45 and taken down right at the midfield stripe, and that is going to give DeMar Woods back the football. It is a 10-6 game. We have a very low-scoring affair as we play in the third quarter. If you guys are just joining us, Curtis, Cameron Irvine with you as we are in the Eastern Conference Final. And good time to join us as we're coming closer to the clutch moments of this game. Somebody's going to be a hero. Who's it going to be? That's the main question. That's something we find out here. Under center is Woods. He's going to take the snap, 5-step drop, throw to the outside for Hollywood. He's going to try to move around one, gets around two, and then gets clotheslined to the 45-yard line. And he is taken down fairly hard, but he does move the sticks.
What's the defensive psyche like for Chicago's defense right now? They get the interception in the end zone, they hold strong, and then their offense comes out with a pitiful 3-and-out. How much longer can this defense hold on to keep this a one-score game?
DeMar Woods thinks it's right now that they break. He's going to try to throw on 2nd and 4. Throws it long, looking for a completion. It's tipped and incomplete. He was going for the home run, and Rockefeller says no.
Kanye Rockefeller, textbook man coverage down the field all over Boo Chisholm. Rockefeller making plays here in this second half. This Chicago defense playing nasty.
Rockefeller going to line up at the top of your screen again, going to be on their number 1 receiver. And someone you have not heard from in a while is Eric Vincent. Hasn't even really been targeted recently. 3rd and 4. It is manageable for DeMar Woods. See what he can do. Taking it in the gun. Looking to throw. Has it short on the first down marker. Good looking catch. I believe that is Boo Chisholm who has it. And that is going to be a 1st and 10 as they continue to move forward.
The 0, right? Not the 8, right?
You're right.
T. Dot, which, I think they should just call him TD and sign him to a contract. But Dot making a nice play there to move the sticks.
You're right. This will be a 1st and 10. Third quarter of play. Handoff coming to Hollywood. Has some room on the outside. Good blocking. Has a try for the corner. Breaks through another and gets down to the 16-yard line. Hollywood gets his first good run in a while. Eventually, they had to go back to him.
Espen Real and company coming on a blitz or on pursuit from that left side, or from the right side rather. That left Hollywood all alone on the left side to take off and run with blockers in front of him. Atlanta's in the red zone. Gut check time for Chicago.
Big defensive stand needed if you are to continue to have a threat in this game. Single back formation, it is Hollywood that's back there, 3 wide. For the athletic quarterback, Woods. Handoff over the middle, not going to get very far. Chicago doubles down on the run defense and keeps him to a 1-yard gain.
This guy had 299 yards last week against Tallahassee, which was a nasty front as well, and a really strong defense in Florida. Hollywood has not looked like the same man tonight. He just has not had a lot of looks. That one stretch on that outside, that broken tackle, has accounted for over half his yardage.
2nd and a while as we back the line of scrimmage. They are continuing to feed Hollywood, and he is continuing to get tackled at or behind the line of scrimmage, which is really hurting their chances.
Espen Real, man. Real and Hendershotter's 2 bad dudes. If I was in an alley after this game, I wouldn't want anything to do with them.
17-yard line is where they are at. 3rd and a long one upcoming. They need to get to the 11 for a first down. Woods is in the gun. He's going to look to throw. Moving in the pocket. Does not evade the sack. He will get taken down. 4th down incoming, and they have to try for another field goal.
Man, just when I thought you couldn't get any more of a slugfest than the Western Conference Final, these two teams are just killing each other up front. Nobody can get a push off the offensive line, and DeMar Woods goes down in a heap, and this makes the field goal a lot more challenging.
They're at the 23, which is going to make it a 40-yard attempt. Kick is on the way, and it is no good. if I'm not mistaken, missed wide left, and that is not what Atlanta wants. They keep Chicago in the game.
We're not going to get a chance to see what happened. That was wide right, but Chicago, I thought for sure was going to block the kick. They had a guy coming in flying in off of Arena's right, and I think it spooked Jason. I think he just pushed it in the direction of the player. You know how sometimes you run towards a car crash? Like, you don't mean to, but your brain just naturally does it, and Arena pushed that towards where he thought it was going to get blocked, and he ended up missing it.
First run from scrimmage for Hawkins is not going to do much. It'll be a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Good stuff from the Atlanta defensive line to keep him right where he is. And Chicago not doing much productively on offense. Atlanta not doing much productively on offense. This has come to a defensive stalemate. Comes down to who's going to blink first. This will be an opportunity for King. He's going to back it up, throw to the outside. That is a catch. Has some room on a first down at the 42-yard line, and they will move the sticks through the air this time as Varner gets his first catch.
I don't mind Jerry Forth breaking off of Varner here to try to get the pursuit angle, but if you're going to do that right there, Forth went outside instead of staying with Varner, you have to make the tackle, and Forth didn't do that. LaMarche had to clean up the mess. That was a bad job in coverage by Forth.
Alex Zeli, they're keying in on him. He's at the bottom of your screen, 5 for 6 on targets. Love to see him get more involved if you are the coaching staff for Chicago. Offset eye for King. King to the outside for Hawkins. Hawkins has some room to run. Spins through 1, has some more room, and he breaks through 1, can't break through 3 more, and he'll get down inside of Atlanta territory.
That's what you want to see. Deion Hawkins in the open field. Chicago has really struggled to get Hawkins in the open field tonight, where he is very, very special. Atlanta has stacked the box. They've done a good job controlling him. They're going to need more of Hawkins in the open field to keep the chains moving.
Under center is King. Hand off to Hawkins. He's going to be taken. No, he's not. He's taken through a tackler, and that is going to be at the 23-yard line as Hawkins starting to find a rhythm as he moves even deeper into Atlanta zone.
Back-to-back-to-back first downs for Chicago, and this time Hawkins with everybody crawling all over his back, making some great plays down the sideline. He is living on that far side, and this is Hawkins' drive here. Could put Chicago ahead.
Been the player of the drive so far. He was a guy who needed to step up as we entered the third quarter, and at the moment he's doing that. Split back formation, he's one of those backs. They are in field goal range currently. See what King has in store. Snap taken. Looking to throw to the outside. That is a grab for Alex Zeli. He has an 8-yard completion. It'll be 2nd, and they'll call it indeed 6, not 8, and that'll be 2nd and 4.
All right, remember what I was talking about in the first half. On 3rd and short, what are they going to do? Are they going to run, or are they going to be forced to pass? Will Chicago be able to avoid that situation? About to find out.
Well, at the moment, they've forced the Swarm to think about the run at least. This will be King's pass. Throw to the outside. It's a swing route trying to turn him upfield. Can't do it. Huge tackle at the 17-yard line, and they will hold him to 3rd and 3. This is a big 3rd down upcoming for Atlanta, who needs a stop.
If I'm Chicago, I'm giving E.T. King a confidence boost. I'm telling him, throw a short slant, do something in the first half that you're comfortable with, that we've seen you execute against Atlanta. We want to see you convert this first down. I don't think there's the confidence in Hawkins to get it done despite this being his drive.
I formation incoming. 3 wide for the Wildcats, looking to throw. Quick drop, has room. That's a quick jump over the middle, and he dumps it off for a first down. They're within the 10-yard line, stopped at the 7, and Chicago is first and goal thanks to Zeli.
Bingo. That is a very, that's a route that is not always necessarily utilized. From the slot, running a quick in route. Zeli makes him pay by settling down right past the sticks. E.T. King gets it done with something he's familiar with.
First and goal for Chicago. Handoff to Hawkins, trying to get there. He's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal incoming as he gets absolutely nowhere. It'll be a 2nd down for Chicago as they try to punch it in.
This has been a challenging drive for Chicago. If they come out of this with anything less than 7, they're going to be disappointed.
Under center, King is back. He's going to throw it off to Hawkins, trying to find the corner. Penalty incoming. I'm not sure when they're going to call this. It is for the moment
It's a face mask.
It is. You're right. That is a personal foul face mask on the defense. That is going to put them, I believe, at the 1-yard line, or at least that should be where it's at. They putting it at the 1?
I think it's at the 2, 1st and goal, but either way, yeah, that's a huge penalty. That resets the chains. That's the biggest part about it.
But the third quarter first is done. Chicago threatening to take the lead from the Swarm for the first time today. They have it within the 5-yard line. We will see what happens as we enter the fourth quarter of the conference championship game. E.T. King under center, trying to get this punched in on first down. We'll see what he's got. Hawkins, end zone touchdown! Chicago takes their first lead.
Man, that's got to be a huge confidence booster to Hawkins and the Wildcats. We talked about it in the first half. Atlanta is not shutting the door. They're missing opportunities, and Chicago finally able to cash in on their opportunities. What a drive. That was a season-defining drive for the Wildcats. They're in the lead now.
They are indeed. They need Garcia to get the extra point. That'll make it a 3-point lead if it indeed goes. Let's see what happens here. Ball is lined up. This is one of the biggest extra points of the season. You and I have both seen them missed. This would make it a field goal deficit. Is on the way, and it is good. So a 3-point advantage for Chicago as we play in the last frame. Ball's going to be back in DeMar Wood's possession after the kick. And you talk about a drive that needs to produce a touchdown for the Swarm, or at least a field goal to tie it up. This is it.
Yeah, Atlanta's got to be feeling pretty good, but at the same time, the Swarm's only touchdown came off of one big play. The Swarm have not had what Chicago just had, a very long drive that turned into points.
And this Chicago team is a team of adjustments. They always make the adjustment at the halftime whistle to play a much better second half, and they've done that here to this point. Now it's Atlanta's turn to make those adjustments on the fly. We'll see if Woods can do that. This ball is going to be deep into the Atlanta territory. They're at the 25. See what they can do on first down to make it a short field. Offset eye for Woods. Takes a snap, hand off to Hollywood. Has it, not much, and he will get one, maybe. It'll be second down and long coming up.
Look at those yards per carry, 3.8 and 2.8. What a dogfight. As Atlanta's still, I respect Atlanta. They're staying with Hollywood. They know they're going to need him at some point to step up in this game if they're going to have a chance. I appreciate that they're not getting away from him.
Cannot go one-dimensional against a team like Chicago, who's already burned an interception. Handoff to Hollywood here. Has a little bit more room. Breaks a tackle and gets down to the 32-yard line, where he will be mopped up there. 3rd and 4 upcoming for Hollywood and company. They are going to try to convert. They do not want a 3-and-out at this crucial stage.
Man, 23-20 in the first game, 13-10 here tonight. What a first couple of rounds we've seen in the playoffs.
Conference championships, definitely very good moments so far. That's a swing pass out to Hollywood. That's a broken tackle. He will get the first down. That's one of the biggest conversions of the game on 3rd down for the Swarm. They get another one. They are starting to put something together here.
Great job by the big fella outside, getting out and blocking. That paved the way for Hollywood. He knew as soon as that block was made that he was going to move the sticks.
Hollywood's in the backfield again. There are 6 in the box for Chicago. Handoff and taken down immediately. What a hit at the 34-yard line. And they'll lose a yard or two, 2nd and 11, as Hendershot comes up and makes a nice play.
All right, so we need Atlanta to mix it up here. We saw on 1st and 2nd down on the last drive, they ran. I think they need a quick, short little pass here to mix things up to get Chicago out of rhythm.
Will be an opportunity, but Hollywood again gets taken down fairly easily, and another big hit as he gets taken down quickly. 3rd and 12, and DeMar Woods needs to throw here.
And Chicago's starting to expect that Atlanta is going to stick with Hollywood, stick with what they know. Atlanta seems a little timid right now to make the play that they need to make. Will Woods make it?
Well, we'll see here. He's in the gun. 3 down at your bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Woods looking to throw over the middle. That's a big grab. Jumping catch at the 41-yard line. And that is, I believe, Eric Vincent? Or is that Cody Taylor? That one is going to be Cody Taylor again as Woods makes a play.
Well, Cody Taylor's really proven you wrong over and over and over again tonight, man. He is ready to go. Eric, who? I know we got the touchdown, but man, Cody Taylor has been the most sure-handed receiver tonight for the Swarm.
And Vincent has been neutralized after that first touchdown catch. We've been looking for him all night long. I haven't been looking for him all night. Just haven't been able to find him. This will be towards the sideline again. This one's a catch for Boo Chisholm. His first one in a little while towards the sideline. He is patenting that out route. 2nd and going to be 1 as that play does not quite get the sticks. And Atlanta going to try to put one over the first down marker as they are starting to put a drive together that rivaled Chicago's just a couple minutes ago. They're in Chicago territory and likely just at field goal range. I formation, offset I actually for Atlanta. And off incoming for Hollywood. Tries to get by, and I don't think he got the first. It'll be 3rd and 1 again likely. 3rd and 2 as they'll say he lost a yard.
Espen Real just ripped him. He drug Hollywood to the ground. That one had to hurt. 3rd and short. I'm thinking they're going to try to stick it out with Hollywood here.
Thinking if they do the run here, Chicago's answered pretty well on the inside. Got to try it. They got it. First down for Atlanta. They move in towards the 25-yard line. That is a huge run and a big conversion for Atlanta.
Hollywood's a braver man than I. I thought for sure the most opportunistic play was to the outside. Go to the outside. As soon as Hollywood cut inside, I was like, no, he's going to get stopped. But Hollywood knew what he was doing. He's a braver man than I because he took a shot.
Here we go. Offset I formation for Atlanta. Dropping it back, looking to throw to the outside. Has Hollywood out there. Cuts it back to the inside. Can't get very far. He'll get taken down near the line of scrimmage. Might have gained 2. And it'll be a 2nd and 8 yards as we look forward.
I love what Atlanta's doing. Think about what they've done the last 3 first downs. They've run it on a counter, they've thrown it out to Chisholm, and they've thrown a swing to Hollywood.
Running through the middle, Hollywood is not going to get the first down. That should be a 3rd and inches upcoming. 3rd and 1 is what they will say. I think it's a little bit closer than that, but that is a big play. Hollywood right there trying to convert and get his team closer and closer to pay dirt.
How about Atlanta, man? They are answering Chicago's long drive with the first of their own tonight. Over almost 5-minute drive here for the Swarm. Another 3rd and short.
And in the 4th quarter to boot, giving less and less time for Chicago to answer potentially. That's a big stop on 3rd and 1. Atlanta gets stopped short of the first, and that is Espen Rael again stepping up to make a play.
You're going to call me crazy. I think Atlanta should go for it. They're going to kick. I know they're only down 3, but you just get the feeling that Atlanta could have closed the door. I understand being patient. I understand that this is a big moment, but I don't trust this kicker.
31-yard kick is on the way, and it is good. So they trusted him enough to make it happen. It is indeed 3 points for Atlanta, and it is a tie game in the 4th quarter again. As we get down to the clutch moments, one of these teams is going to the championship. Who's it going to be? We're no closer to picking a winner halfway through the 4th quarter.
Man, Atlanta, look, it paid off, right? It's a tie game, 5:12 to go. I still think, man, if I'm the Swarm and I make that first down and I keep that drive alive and I score a touchdown, I don't think Chicago's coming back.
Barnes is going to try a return, breaks through a tackle, but not through 7 of them as he'll get to the 33-yard line. And that is where E.T. King and company will come back out. If you are Atlanta, you are betting your entire season on your defense right here. This is a big, big drive that you need to stop.
Who's joining Mexico City in the SFL Championship Game Wednesday, October 25th, 7 Central, 8 Eastern? We're going to find out in the next 5:08, unless we want to play some extra football again.
Yeah, emphasis on again. As E.T. King going to take a shot downfield. What a one-handed grab! That is the first we've seen in a while of Sir Aaron King. His 7th target brings in his 4th catch.
Oh, man, what a time to be alive. Aaron King, the king-to-king connection for the first time tonight, making it happen deep, and he does it in style. King had to put that out away from 4th. What a perfect play.
Perfect play that was made by 2 stellar efforts on both sides of that connection. Very, very good throw and an exceptional catch by the silver wide receiver. King is going to be out at the bottom of your screen as he's going to look to make a play again. 7 in the box defensively for the Swarm. In the gun is King. He's going to take the snap, look to throw, throws left, has a chance to be intercepted, and it is. Back the other way come the Swarm. That's a massive stop as we get down to the last moments.
Mahmoud Ajalani making the play again for Atlanta. What an opportunistic play. King, triple coverage. Why in a tie game? Horrendous mistake by King. It could be the death of Chicago.
What a moment for Mahmoud Ajalani as he's able to make a massive play for this Atlanta team that could give them the momentum to spring a touchdown or at least a field goal in the last couple of minutes. Hollywood going to get a carry. He's got some room to run. He's got plenty of it. Down to the 40. Couple chasing him down to the 35-yard line, and they are deep into Chicago territory on the first play.
At least Hamrack made a tackle. Great job by BDG Hollywood getting second level really quick on a stretch play left. Hendershot got blocked out of the play. Spurgeon got blocked out of the play. And Hamrack was the only man to bring him down. What a run from Hollywood. Atlanta knocking on the door. 4 minutes to go.
That is going to be 240 seconds of game time away from a possible either OT or one of these teams going on. This is a chance for Woods to hand it off to Hollywood again. This time he gets absolutely nowhere. Huge step up from the Chicago defensive line.
Hollywood up over 100 yards, but that's not going to help. What a job by the defensive front for the Wildcats. I think they're a little angry right now.
I mean, I would be as well if you spring a huge run like that against you. This will be Woods in the gun. He's got 5 wide out there. This is a 2nd and 12, trying to make it a little bit shorter at least, if not go for the home run. Going out to the outside. That is a ball that's going to be caught but out of bounds. Eric Vincent, first time we've called his name in a while. It'll be 3rd and 12.
It's just inexcusable by Eric Vincent. I think it's been so long since he got targeted, he forgot how to stay in bounds. That was not a good play. That was not what you needed at Atlanta. Not only does it stop the clock, which doesn't help you, but it puts you in a 3rd and long situation outside of Arena's field goal range.
It'd be interesting to see if they try something short just to get back into that range. Woods is in a 3rd down spot here. He's waiting for the snap. He's going to get it. Looking to move in the pocket, then throw. Has one short. That puts them back in field goal range at least. They do not get the first down, but that is at least a decent play to get them back and trying for the 3 points.
That's smart from DeMar Woods. Don't do what E.T. King did. Learn from other people's mistakes. And the offense is on the field. They're doing what I said to do on the last drive.
Unless, of course, they're trying to draw them offside, but they're in an offset I, which is an interesting formation to do that in. This should be will they call the snap? They don't look like they're going to.
Jump.
Don't jump if you're Chicago, indeed. And they're backing up. No problem. This is going to be a timeout called by Atlanta, their first of the second half. And that is a big defensive discipline by Chicago not to jump on an intentional play to try to draw them off.
I know Aaron King has not had the best of nights, but I do not want to be in a situation where I'm giving the ball to E.T. King with Aaron King out wide in a game where all Chicago is going to need is a touchdown, maybe a field goal, depending upon what Arena does here. This is, oh man, this is making me nervous.
28-yard line is where they're at. That makes it a 45-yard attempt incoming for the Atlanta Swarm. Snap is good, hold good, kick is on the way, and it is good. Huge kick for Arena, making it a 16-13 game, and that is about as clutch as you can get with 2:36 left in the fourth quarter.
Wow, Jason Arena. Talk about stepping up in a clutch moment. Man, that took some guts, and now it's up to E.T. King. He has made a couple of terrible decisions. It has stalled drives. Just take what's open. You're good enough to get down the field. Have confidence in yourself.
And at this point, as A.J. Barnes brings this back, he stopped at the 28-yard line. If you are Atlanta's defense, in my opinion, you have to double cover Aaron King every single play and make the other receivers and tight ends beat you.
I agree. I think, Alex Zeli has proven that he's not going to run a ton of deep routes on you. Shan Varner's not going to get away from you. He doesn't have that breakaway speed. Give the swing pass to Hawkins. You can close that gap. Don't let King beat you.
And don't let King throw an interception. The King to that side of the King to King connection. That's going to go to the outside. Good looking catch for Zeli. It looks like down to the 46-yard line. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. And we are not quite at the 2-minute warning, but that's a big play for Chicago.
Okay, well that's terrible. If you're going to double E.T. King, you can't let Alex Zeli turn the corner. Deltha Coakley doesn't pin him to the sideline, and Chicago, just like that, gets into Atlanta territory. There's so much time left in this game, and they got to stop the clock.
Mahmoud Ajulani is the one who forced him out. This is a big first down. They are into Atlanta territory. Got to keep him out of field goal range at the moment. If you guys are just joining us, where you been? It's been a really good game. Curtis, Cameron Irvine with you. Eastern Conference Final. That's a pass out to Deion Hawkins. Going to try to turn the corner. He gets to the outside and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Huge play. Not quite a first down. 2nd and 1. And you got to go to Hawkins again, in my opinion.
Yeah, Deion does a really nice job. That's the first time we've even seen a stiff arm out of Deion Hawkins tonight. That came at a very good time because it got to stop the clock. We haven't even reached the 2-minute warning yet. Chicago has all 3 timeouts. There's a lot of time left here.
Tons of time indeed. This ball's at the 38-yard line. Hawkins in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. He's looking to try to turn it. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, no farther. And that is going to be Ajulani, who comes up to make a very good stop to force a 3rd and 1.
Mahmoud Ajulani has been outstanding here in the fourth quarter.
Been a defensive playmaker, to say the least. 2-minute warning is upon us. 3-point game. 2 minutes left in the Eastern Conference Finals. We are trying to find a winner and a suitor for the Mexico City Aztecs in the championship. We'll find out who it is. This is the SFL on YouTube. 38-yard line. Big 3rd down here. Offset I formation. 7 in the box. And they're all moving on that line to try to confuse E.T. King. Taking the snap. Handoff. Deion Hawkins. First down. Big first down. And they're going to still be just outside field goal range. But how massive is that conversion for Chicago?
Man, that's big, and it gets them to the Swarm 35-yard line. It keeps the clock moving. Atlanta's down to 2 timeouts. When are the Swarm going to decide, hey, we need to burn these so we can get the ball back?
Going to be interesting to see. E.T. King out to the outside for Hawkins there. Put the ball in his hands in space, and he does not quite get out of bounds, it looks like. The clock going to continue to run, and that is a big moment for Hawkins.
Looked like there was some indecision from officials on whether or not he got out of bounds. They eventually said that he did. That was very close on the sideline, Chris.
Well, it creates a 2nd and 3. Clock still continues to run. I formation. Hawkins is your deep man back behind E.T. King. Looking to, no, he's going to hand it off again, and he's going to get stopped behind the line. Mehmet will make it 3rd and 4. In the fourth quarter, the clock still continues to tick down. 1:13 left.
Atlanta is getting in the head of E.T. King. They're stacking the box with 8. I dare you to throw it. I dare you to beat us because we don't think you can.
This is a throwing situation here. I don't think they give it to Dion. Nope, I'm wrong. Easy, but they stop him. The Swarm gonna get to the ball carrier, take down Hawkins, and force a 4th down. 4th and 3, they will bring out Garcia for what could be a game-tying field goal attempt.
How about Atlanta? They're letting the clock run. I'm telling you, they're messing with the heads of Chicago here. I dare you to kick a game-time field goal. Garcia is rushing. I don't know why he's rushing.
Kick is on the way. This is huge. It's good. Oh, what a kick. You talk about messing with the heads of the Chicago Wildcats. Well, the Chicago Wildcats just had ice in their veins. 46 yards, put it on the board, 16 all in the 4th quarter.
Okay, Michael Turillo, okay. 26 seconds to go. Chicago, now, again, why was Garcia, it was almost like Garcia was in a fire drill and he thought that he only had 5 seconds left to kick the ball. He leaves Atlanta, 26 seconds on the clock, and that could be a big mistake.
And Atlanta, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has 2 of their 3 timeouts. And that is going to give them a ton of time to do something as they get down to the 25-yard line. Here we go. This is Atlanta's time to shine. And wouldn't you know it, DeMar Woods with the game in his hands potentially. And if he doesn't do it, if he doesn't think he can do it, if you're the coaching staff, you got to play a safe play for OT. See what Woods has in store for us. Hollywood is the back. Nope, actually nobody in the backfield. They're going to try the gun. Here we go. In that gun, it's going to be Woods looking to throw over the middle. Nearly picked off. That is a huge, huge incompletion. Chisholm was the intended target, not able to bring it in.
On your own 27-yard line, you cannot throw a pick.
No.
Even if you just give it to Hollywood and say, just take us to overtime, don't throw a pick. That was very dangerous. That was an unnecessary risk for what would have been a 5-yard pickup.
Another one with Woods in the gun by himself. Chicago looking like they're playing man on each player. This will be a chance up. They're going zone. This will be over the middle. That is picked off. You talk about not throwing a pick. You cannot do it there. That could be the season. And Chicago still has a timeout or 2, I believe.
A.J. Barnes with an athletic play. This was not an easy interception. Look how he broke on the ball to Cody Taylor. Taylor running a post up the middle. He's been burning them up the middle all game. And Barnes, with the instant reaction, has Chicago about 7 or 8 yards out of field goal range. Garcia's already made a 50-yarder in this game.
And Barnes with his 2nd pick of this contest. This will be a sack. King is brought down. They have to call a timeout. They do. They are still outside of field goal range, and the clock is stopped.
Luda, what a play by Chris. He has been silent since the first quarter. He's done nothing. He had 2 offsides. He didn't look himself. He actually kind of looked exhausted in the 3rd quarter. What a time for the big fella up front to make a play.
King is in the gun by himself. 5 in the box against him. Huge play upcoming. He takes the snap, looks to throw quick. Right side, that's a catch, and they are in field goal range. Timeout called. There is 10 seconds left on the board. Do they make a shot here at the end zone, or do they just go for the field goal?
King me, Chris. And I think that, one-on-one coverage, that's just a great play by Aaron King. 4th had decent coverage out there. He couldn't make it happen. I think they're going to kick it here. I think it's smart. I think go for the win. Atlanta has proven that they cannot move the ball efficiently. I'm going for it right now. I'm not taking another chance.
39-yard field goal for the win and a spot in the SFL Championship game. This is a chance for Jesus Garcia. He's had his struggles, but here he misses it. Oh, Jesus Garcia. He's going to end up in a coma after this one.
Oh, my goodness. How?
Oh, was it a bad snap?
That is, looking at the kick, that's a knuckleball. He just whiffed it off to the right. That is deja vu of their game against Tallahassee, where he missed what looked like a chip shot field goal. Now we potentially could be going to overtime. That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And if you are Jesus Garcia, you better update your resume, because he's missed 2 very crucial field goals this season, including that one right there. This is going to be over the middle, and that is going to be a timeout for Atlanta. They're going to get one more play off before OT. We are 16 all, and we could have now a total of 3 OT games in the SFL playoffs this season.
3 OTs in 6 games, and it would be the first time in league history that 2 conference finals games went to overtime. We had 1 conference final game, Baltimore Queen City, a few years back, never both. This is amazing.
This is intense. This would be a chance for Woods going to the outside. That's Hollywood. Nothing doing, and that is, they are going to call one more timeout. And with 1 second to go on the clock, as long as, if you decide to heave this ball, just make sure you keep an interception in front of you. You cannot let them beat you back the other way.
I still can't believe the field goal. You know, Atlanta is trying to figure out. I didn't like that play call there. I'm not sure what the point of that would have been. Maybe trying to get just a little bit closer to a Hail Mary. But if he would have took 1 step closer to a Hail Mary, they would have ran out of time. This is it for Atlanta, or we're going to OT again.
Here we go. Let's decide it. Hail Mary incoming. 3 bunch at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. This is it. Woods throwing short and nothing doing. He's going to reach forward for a first down, and no real point in that play, as that is going to bring us to sudden death overtime again. 4 quarters, not enough in both championship games now in each conference. 16 all. One of these teams is going to Mexico City. Who's it going to be?
Scott check time. OT again here from Chicago.
Chicago will receive the football. That is massive for them as they look to try to get through that missed field goal. Now you got to question, if they are in field goal range, do they give Garcia another opportunity, or do they have to push and pressure the end zone? It's going to make for an interesting storyline to follow as they get the ball on the, that is going to be the 10-yard line. A.J. Barnes going to move it back the other way, tries to get through, he cannot, down to the 30, and E.T. King will start this potential game-winning drive here.
You having fun yet?
More than you know. With the first play from scrimmage, E.T. King in the offset I formation. Hawkins is behind him. Hand off to him. He's going to try to break through. He will not get far. It'll be down to the 32-yard line. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 upcoming.
All right. Reset. Everybody take a breath. Chicago's got the ball first. They win the coin toss. Again, E.T. King, don't make the mistake. I think that Alex Eli, just on the screen there, I think he's your best option down the field. He's been the most consistent guy. I think you stay with Hawkins, stay balanced.
Maybe a Davius Reed sighting as well. Davius Reed's been very clutch as well, but another handoff to Hawkins goes absolutely nowhere, and it'll be 3rd and 10 as they lose 2. Then Qantas Shine comes up, makes a play.
Shine has been really good off the edge here in the second half. Didn't make much of an impact in the first half, but Hawkins, the only opportunities he's had is far away on the outside.
Here we go in the gun. King by himself. He's going to throw for the first down and a little bit more. That's picked off. How do you throw a pick in that situation? He's looking for Aaron King, and it is indeed an Atlanta turnover. Another one for Jerry Forth.
Honestly, how do you throw a pick in that situation? Jerry Forth makes a great play. That was one-on-one coverage with King on the outside. That's the matchup that you want. You want your best receiver out there on a corner, sitting on an island, and Jerry Forth makes the play. I don't put that on E.T. King. That is all Jerry Forth.
Offset I as Woods is back out on the field. If Atlanta comes back and wins this game after the... Oh, what a sack! And as I say that, the defensive line for Chicago steps up, makes a play.
And we want to remind everybody the first score wins in overtime in the SFL. If we don't have a score in the first overtime, we go to a second overtime, then a third, then a fourth, and it doesn't end. It will not end in a tie. We have to have a winner here tonight.
Chance for Woods in the gun by himself. 3 bunched at the top of your screen. Chicago playing a pass defense. Oh, unchecked rusher, and that'll be thrown to the outside. They will indeed call it a catch, but it's only for 5 yards. Eric Vincent gets his name called for the first time in a while.
You saw what I saw. I was fearing for DeMar Woods' life there, and that was a well-timed blitz, potentially getting the ball out of Woods' hands maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted, forcing a 3rd and long. That's great defensive strategy.
I mean, Woods heard footsteps, no doubt about that. He's in the gun by himself here. 3rd and 11, needs a long completion, needs to get it to the 40-yard line of Chicago for a first. Woods moving up, throwing over the middle, well above and over his target, and that is an overthrow from him. 4th down coming, and an eventual punt.
Man, how about Chicago's defense? I mean, they just keep bailing out the offense that's not making plays. They have not folded. They have not crumbled. A lot of times you see defenses at some point they just break. The levees break. They can't do it anymore. They've been out there too long, working too hard. This Chicago defense has no quit in them. They make another big play happen with great coverage down the field.
To be honest with you, both of these defenses have played remarkably well, as they've really bailed out their offenses on multiple occasions. I'm talking about both Chicago and Atlanta. This is a chance for Atlanta to step up and make a defensive play. We've already seen them return the ball over on E.T. King 3 times due to the just errors in decision making. Don't forget, guys, SFL playoffs, the trending hashtag on Twitter, the hashtag SFL playoffs. Get it out there. Get your friends' mothers, your friends' fathers, your friends' dead relatives. Get them in here. We want them watching this game. They want to watch this game, and they'll know it very soon. This is a chance for E.T. King, throwing left side. That's a catch, trying to get to the first down marker. Unable to do so at the 30-yard line. And that is another one for Zeli as he brings in his 9th catch.
Look at that. Vincent only 3 catches, most of the yardage and the touchdown on the one big play that Atlanta, that's their only touchdown of the game. Alex Zeli's putting in work. Eric Vincent's lack of showing up has hurt the Swarm offense.
Lack of showing up or really good coverage either way you go. It has not been working well for him as Hawkins tries his way to fight to the first down marker, unable to do so. It'll be 3rd and 1 yard as they try to convert and move the sticks.
When was the last time you saw a running back break 3 tackles and not get a first down on 2nd and 2? That is outstanding defense by Atlanta. Aquana Shine staying with the play, watching the ball carrier, not losing his angle, makes the tackle.
Forcing Hawkins to move laterally instead of vertically. That's exactly what that was. And he will have the distinct advantage of being on the swing route here. He will have the pass go to him. It's a first down and a few more. He'll get down to the 36-yard line is where they're going to mark him. It's a 1st and 10 again, and the Wildcats move the chains.
That's the quick decision-making from E.T. King that we saw in the first quarter. Bang, 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 get the ball out. We lost sight of that in the second half, where he looked indecisive and confused about the coverage. That was about as simple as you can make it for a quarterback, and he looked comfortable there.
Over-under on 168 is the heart rate of Chance Barner rate.
I'm taking the over.
No doubt about it. That'll be a play on first down that gets them basically nothing. In fact, they'll lose 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12 incoming. Tell you what, he'll be signing a bronze kicker at the end of the season. I can guarantee you that.
Shan must have amnesia is what I was saying to Curtis. Sorry, I was muted, because he's got to sign a kicker in the offseason after what's happened to him.
This will be a chance for King. Long drop throws to the left. That is a big catch. Coming back to the ball for Alex Zeli. He's got a first down for Chicago. Or 3rd and inches.
Yeah, they marked him
Wow.
short.
Wow.
What a great catch, but let's see this again.
Oh, he turned upfield. That's got to be a first down. I wouldn't be surprised if he... They are.
Wow. What a play by Atlanta's. Curtis, when he caught that pass, there was nobody on the screen. I thought for sure he was going to get it. Atlanta comes flying in out of nowhere to make the stop. Chicago's not even going to take the chance. This is the best defensive game I've seen in a long time.
Definitely the best defensive game we've seen all season long in Season 9, and potentially going to be an instant classic in SFL history, in the SFL history books for sure. This will be down to the 18-yard line, and that is where DeMar Woods will start his second drive of this OT as they try to end the game again. What a game, what a season for both of these teams. They are slugging it out, these defenses. They ate their Wheaties this morning, no doubt about that.
Incredible performance by both these defenses. I'm sure all these guys they just got to be exhausted at this point. Something's got to give.
Something may give. Hollywood to the outside, has some room. He does have some running space and tries to break a tackle out to the 45-yard line. That is going to be his first good run in a long time, and it comes at the best clutch moment.
Now up to 137 yards. Hollywood making it look good. Follows the look at the fullback. Bam, right there on the block on Hamrack. Hamrack gets sucked into the play. And I hate to harp on Blake Hamrack tonight because I'm sure other players have made poor plays, but this has just not been his best game. He's a good defender. He's really costing Chicago here big time. All right, I'm Atlanta. I'm in midfield. I'm so close. I can put this game away. It's, with these two teams, it's all about not making that big mistake. You've been able to move the ball, give Hollywood a carry here, get into third and short, and make a manageable conversion.
Here we go. Chance for Woods. He's going to back it up, throw to the outside. He's got Hollywood. Hollywood into space, tries a spin move, but Chicago gets to him first. What an open field tackle, and a hard one at that. Going to knock him to the turf.
A.J. Barnes makes the play, and Barnes took the inside pursuit angle, and he guessed right. Hollywood could have easily snuck that back outside for more yardage. Really nice play by Barnes. He's stepping up big time for Chicago.
Making a bid for the defensive MVP of this conference championship week is A.J. Barnes. Has 2 interceptions and a ton of tackles in this contest. That's Woods towards the middle, tipped, and it'll hit the turf harmlessly. Cody Taylor, the intended receiver. 4th and 3 incoming, and don't look now, but I do believe they are not close enough to give Garcia a shot at this. Or not Garcia, give their, they're not at all. They're going to try to draw them off sides. No, it's a punt. Okay, easy punt. No problem. 4th and 3.
What a stop.
Yeah, huge stop indeed. This will be back towards that is the 14-yard line is where he's going to grab that. A.J. Barnes will drop it there, and that is going to be a chance for E.T. King again. His 3rd drive of this OT, and something's got to give, like you mentioned last drive, but nothing yet.
We're going to miss our flight.
Yeah, you're going to have to reschedule. I think we'll be stuck in Chicago for a while longer, no doubt about it. This will be we're getting into the later stages of this OT period. 4:43 left in this first OT. Again, we will not see an end to this game until we have a winner. This will be an E.T. King dropback thrown over the middle, tipped, and possibly another interception. Nope. It'll hit the turf, and another good one from Mahmoud Ajulani. Comes up and makes a nice play. So Mahmoud Ajulani makes the play, gets the ball to the turf. If you guys are just joining us, it's been a while, and we've had a defensive battle since the onset. Curtis, Cameron Irvine with you in the Thunderdome. So we try to find an Eastern Conference representative in the championship game. Don't forget to use hashtag SFL Playoffs on Twitter and other social media platforms. That is a catch to the outside at the 19-yard line. This one Aaron King finally brings in.
Both quarterbacks really struggling to make an impact tonight. Woods is up to 300 yards, a quiet 300. But, of course, when you play almost 5 quarters, of course you're going to get there eventually.
That's fair enough, and enough targets as well. This will be offset I formation for King. 4 on the defensive line for Atlanta. 18-yard line is where they're at. It's 3rd and 5. They need a conversion. King throws the outside, has a catch towards the sideline. That's a big one for Zeli, and that is at the 26-yard line. They convert on 3rd down.
And I wish I had Zeli in PPR because he is racking up the receptions here tonight. He has been the guy for E.T. King. Oh, reliable. The savvy veteran. Zeli getting it done.
He has indeed. This will be a chance for King in the gun. Stacking the offensive line, also stacking the defensive line. If you're Atlanta, they move along that line. Thrown over the middle. That's another catch. This one over the middle towards the 45-yard line. And a good one to make another first down happen.
Aaron King finally getting free. Nice route here. We're going to get a good look from King's perspective. Looking deep down the middle, and King just got behind the linebackers. That is a perfect spiral. Put it right on the money. King goes up and goes and gets it.
And let's see what we got. 1st and 10. Chicago Wildcats trying to get something going. Deion Hawkins averaging less than 2 yards a carry after a week 1 of the playoffs last week where he exploded onto the scene in the playoffs. Unable to do so here. Offset I, he will get the carry, has a little bit of running room. Going to try to break 1, and he does not. He'll have 3 yards on the carry, 2nd and 7 upcoming.
That was Angelani again. Man, I mean, this guy is the complete player, and I can't wait for next week when we have player honors and player voting. I think Angelani's a legit Rookie of the Year candidate.
No doubt about that. He's had some very significant impacts, not just in this game, but other games of this season as well. This will be an offset I formation, handoff to Hawkins. He's going to try to get forward, gets maybe another 2, and that's going to make it a 3rd and, no, they'll still say 7. All right, so he doesn't look like he got anything.
Shine again. Hawkins looks absolutely gassed. He just doesn't look like he has anything left. He's been beaten down by Atlanta's defense every time he gets the carry. I just don't know how much more you're going to get out of him tonight.
In the gun is King. 3rd and 7 upcoming. They need to get it to the 46 of Atlanta for a first down. That's a catch. Trying to get the first down. He does. What a play. And that is going to be Davius Reed's first catch in a while, and that's in a big spot.
Reed, the veteran, making the play. Career lows in receptions, yards, and touchdowns this season, but that one was huge.
2-minute warning in OT upon us. Will we see a second OT? We're going to find out next here. This is going to be a big moment in this drive. 1st and 10. You know, if I were E.T. King here, I'd take a shot at the end zone. I figure, why not? Try for the big strike. You don't want to put the ball in the hands and on the feet of your kicker after he missed the field goal earlier. King goes outside for Hawkins. He's going to try to spin around 2 tackles, can't do it. And he will actually, does he lose a yard there? He does not. He gains nothing.
I don't think I've ever seen a team pursue swing passes as good as Atlanta pursues swing passes. They have so much team speed from sideline to sideline. It's about the best crop of team speed I've seen in the SFL.
Yeah, in between the hash marks is where Chicago's been able to do the majority of their through-the-air damage. And that's a quick pass to the outside, and another one that's going to be to Zeli, as it'll be a 4-yard gain, 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, they're at the Atlanta 37. He made a 50-yarder earlier in the game, or 52, I think, which is just a couple yards away. But if I'm King, man, I'm gunning for the first down. I can't take a chance.
Need to get to the 31 for that first down. Ball at the 37 at the moment. 3rd and 6, thrown over the middle, tipped and incomplete. And now do you try it? At the moment, it would be a 54-yarder.
No, you can't.
You'd think. You would think.
I mean, Atlanta's both teams have struggled so bad offensive. Well, not bad, but both teams have struggled so much offensively here tonight. Nice play by LaMarche, getting in the passing lane there, covering a couple of different receivers. You can't give Atlanta field position. You can't trust your kid. You got to punt it away, pin them deep. Maybe you get a sack. Maybe you force a turnover to get back into field goal range. Even if you go to double overtime, you got to just keep playing on. Just hope somebody does something great, because we haven't seen anything great in overtime.
No, we have not. That is true. This will be a coffin corner attempt. Going to get it down inside the 20 at least. It'll head out of bounds. Kick is a decent one. It's going to pin down Atlanta a little bit. DeMar Woods has the football back. Not that that's meant much recently for either team, but maybe we see something here. You would think something would happen before the end of the OT, the way these offenses were moving the football, but their drives keep stalling out as they start at the 10-yard line.
I believe in 9 seasons of the SFL, this may be our first double overtime game in league history.
This will be through the middle, handoff to Hollywood, nothing doing.
Postseason history, I want to revise.
That's fine. 1st and 10, or turns into 2nd and 8, as it'll be a 2-yard run for BDG Hollywood.
Yeah, we've never had we've had double overtime games, a couple in league history. I don't think we've ever had it in the postseason. These two teams are exhausted. They're giving everything they have. This is one of the greatest performances defensively I've ever seen.
Chance for Woods over the middle, dropped ball. They're going to call this indeed a drop, no fumble, and it will be a 3rd and 8 upcoming as we close in on 19 seconds left in the first OT.
It really does look like, Curtis, that players are just moving in slow motion. They're so tired.
Chance for Chicago to force another stop, 3rd and 8. Woods is in the backfield by himself in the gun. We're going to see a winner. Even if I miss my flight tomorrow at 3 p.m., this will be a winner. And that's an incomplete pass for Boo Chisholm. And a 4th down incoming. How about another punt? And that is going to give Chicago back the football with not much time left.
Yeah, but enough time. They kept Atlanta to a 3 and out. They're going to be punting from their own end zone. Chicago could get this on Atlanta's side of the field. They need one play, get in the field goal range, try to win it before OT ends.
We'll see if that indeed happens. Punt incoming. Punter lined up in his own end zone. Ball at the 12 currently. Kick is up and on the way. It'll get past the midfield stripe, but not far past it. Barnes has the football, and he'll take it to the 46-yard line. E.T. King with the football again. Let's see what happens with him. And another opportunity to end this game. You got to think he goes to the air here. Deion Hawkins is about out of gas. Either that or they put the backup in or something.
Yeah, remember, double overtime will not reset. So at the end of the first overtime, Chicago's still going to have the ball in great position. This is their best opportunity to close this out.
Good field position. We'll see if they can do it. King with the high snap has the football, throwing short. That is a catch, a 5-yard completion down to the 41-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first OT. 5 periods of football, not enough. Wildcats and Swarm. It's a marathon, not a sprint, with the SFL on YouTube. Conference championship weekend coming down to a crazy conclusion, one way or the other. We don't know which way it's going to fall. Mexico City awaiting the winner of this, a very emotionally charged game in the Thunderdome in Chicago. Under center, 5-step drop for E.T. King, throw to the outside for Hawkins. He's got, oh, what a hit. That's a massive hit. He's going to get towards the sideline. He did indeed get the first down, which is massive, but he took a shot by the defense.
Wow. I was muted and people probably heard me. That was a nasty hit, but he moved the chains right on the cusp of field goal range.
36-yard line is where they're at. King is in the gun. Drop back, 3-step drop, throws over the middle. That's a tip and nearly intercepted. Very close. And that is Shan Varner, the intended receiver, couldn't bring it in.
Everybody's just waiting. They're just waiting for somebody to come down with a great play. It's almost the exact opposite of what we saw with Vancouver and Mexico City. Third down magic. They're making all these, great plays to get them down the field. These defenses, man, clearly superior to offenses tonight.
Yep, it's hard to believe that there's still one more game left in this season. At this point, we are 3 in the backfield for King. Plenty on the line, extra pressure coming. Pass out to the side for Hawkins. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, not much further than that. It'll be 3rd and 10. Actually, he loses a couple. 3rd and 13 upcoming for the Wildcats.
King waited too long. Just throw it out there. You got 3 blockers. He could have gotten 15 yards on that play, but because King was indecisive, it allowed or it did not allow Hawkins to get down the field, and here they are outside of range again. They got to get close.
Here we go. This will be an opportunity for King on the 9-step drop. Throws long towards the left, and that is a catch towards the sideline, and it's a first down. What a grab for Alex Zeli, as he is going to put them back into field goal range.
King gets speared. Look at that. The guy came flying in, and Alex Zeli makes another brilliant play.
He's got double-digit catches this evening as well, up towards 13 or 14. And each of these teams fighting for a spot on the biggest stage. The Twitch front page awaits the winner. Mexico City's already there. They are trying to find a date. And one of these teams, Chicago, might be able to ice it. They're going to try for the end zone. Got it! Oh, no! Yes, it is! Touchdown! Alex Zeli has just sent Chicago to the Twitch front page in the championship game.
Wow.
Speechless. I think that's the way you got to put it. E.T. King finds Alex Zeli, who has easily been the player of this game for the Chicago Wildcats, and they are moving on. They are the Eastern Conference champions, 22-16. They finally end this marathon in double OT, 22-16.
Woo! I didn't think he was going to catch it. I thought it was going to be picked off. What a gutsy throw by E.T. King. And that was Zeli, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that made the catch. I couldn't even see who made the play. He was blanketed. King put it in the perfect spot, and Chicago, it took an hour and 2.5 hours, but it's going to be Chicago and Mexico City, the expansion Wildcats, a stunner.
Yeah, no doubt about that. A crazy ending to an absolutely epic game and a battle of two defensive just titans as they performed in this contest. But, I mean, you take a look. Hats off to Atlanta's defense, though. They forced King into how many mistakes? I think there was a total of 3 interceptions in this game for King. And all 3 of those, if I'm not mistaken, were targeted at Aaron King. They keyed on him. They told him, beat us with anybody else. They beat him with Alex Zeli.
So, Chicago Wildcats at the Mexico City Aztecs for the SFL title game. You've got a bunch of veterans on both sides. You've got a bunch of personalities. Shan Varner, Maurice Spurgeon, Kanye Rockefeller. A lot of guys playing in their first championship game that have never been there before. The Mexico City team that's going was not the Santa Fe Gorillas team that went in Season 5. This is going to be a war.
No doubt about that, and that is going to conclude things here from the Thunderdome. I think at this point we are going to come back with some post-game reactions and things of that nature, but other than that, we are done from Chicago. The Chicago Wildcats, your Eastern Conference Season 9 SFL champions. They beat the Atlanta Swarm 22-16. They have a date with the Aztecs coming on the 25th of October.
Brief post-game right around the corner, fellas. Back here at SFL. Back here at SFL Studios, 14 catches, 166 yards for Alex Zeli as the Chicago Wildcats in the first double overtime playoff game in league history take care of the Atlanta Swarm. That was something else, Curtis. and we want to give one last look at that touchdown pass from E.T. King to Alex Zeli. Put it on your screen, zoom it out. Here he is at the top of your picture, or at the left of your picture, and Zeli just running a straight go. He gets pretty good bump off the line that slowed him down. Jerry Forth had position, and look, Curtis, look at the ball right over the helmet of Mahmouda Jalani, who had played such a fantastic game, and Alex Zeli making it happen.
I mean, ultimately at this point, Mahmoud, he made a swipe attempt at the ball, just missed it. If he makes that swipe attempt, we're still going. That's what it comes down to. And I mean, it's a huge play to not be able to make, but Mahmoud has such a solid game as one of the reasons that Atlanta was in this situation. What a game, though, from Alex Zeli. Easily your player of the game, as you saw on the graphic a little while ago. 166 yards. You got to give credit to the Chicago defense who put them in that spot. No thanks to Jesus Garcia, who should have ended it a long time ago. But but it is what it is. Chicago has some things to work on offensively because they were really put to the test in this game. And to be honest, the offense, for the most part, failed that test.
Yeah, they're going to have to get Deion Hawkins going in this championship game. If Ray Bentley gets 200 plus and Deion Hawkins can't reach 50, they got no chance. They're going to have to figure out how to stop Ray Bentley. And this is the compelling match about the championship game, because these are two teams that have not played each other. They have no idea. They've not been watching film on Mexico City and vice versa, Chicago all season long. This is a completely different matchup. They're going to have 2 weeks to really think about this. And it's going to come down to, is somebody going to overthink something? Is somebody going to have the right strategy a week out and then get cold feet and change it 3 days before? This is going to be a game of study. This is going to be a game where these two teams, very active user bases, are going to need. They're going to need. It's going to take a village. There's a lot on the line here. Everybody's going to be in the spotlight. Chicago and Mexico City, two home teams, pushed to the brink, pushed to the edge, that make it happen tonight.
And now you look forward, and Chicago is going to be the road team in Mexico City in front of that Estadio Azteca, in front of that hostile Aztec crowd that we saw really come to life in that first conference championship game we saw a little while ago. The big thing for me is that if you are Chicago, you don't need to prepare for, or you don't need to change much, to be honest with you, because they really kept BDG Hollywood out of the spotlight for most of this game. Now you have to do the same thing defensively against a Ray Bentley, who is better than a BDG Hollywood, but the strategy should remain the same.
Yeah, I think so. I think Hollywood at the end of the night ended up with a decent stat line. He had to work for it, but I think there is a little bit of concern for Chicago because Ray Bentley's so good. BDG Hollywood is a very good back, but Ray Bentley is a freak. And I mean that out of respect. Yeah. Bentley has been out of control. I think Chicago showed tonight that they can really do a great job of locking down the deep pass game. I think that Mexico City loves to go long, has success in going long. And I think Mexico City, you want to talk about things that people need to work on. Mexico City needs to work on getting all their weapons involved. Ryan Moxon only having one catch. That's going to be a problem against Chicago. They're going to need Moxon. They're going to need Swan. They're going to need Bentley to make some catches out of the backfield, make some men miss. So I think Mexico City's got to work on their balance. I think Chicago's got to work on their running game. And either way, I think we're going to see an exceptional championship. Two teams that have never won a title before. This would be their first. Shan just got his first playoff win last week. So this is very new to him. He's going up against the veteran, Ramos Lynn, a guy that's been playing All-Pro for 10 plus years, whatever. A guy that's been on the brink of losing 2 straight weeks in a row. And somehow Mexico City has just had the magic touch. And you just wonder if it's a sign of things to come, but you could say the same thing about Chicago.
Mexico City snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat earlier Chicago doing the same thing here as they miss an OT field goal and or miss a field goal in the fourth quarter. And now we have a team of two, or a game of two teams with certain faults. They have a week and a half to prepare and try to correct. So it should be a lot of fun. This is it from Chicago, though, from SFL HQ as well. I'm Chris Curtis. That's Cameron Irvine. Chicago and Mexico City move into the championship. Great doubleheader of action. We appreciate you guys for being here throughout all of it. We will see you on October 25th, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. That is 5 Pacific for those of you out on the West Coast. We will see you then on Twitch's front page. Look for more information and through the Discord. And if you guys are not part of the Discord yet, get in there. !Discord in the chat. We'll give you a direct link. We will see you guys for the championship game. It is Chicago and Mexico City in 2 weeks' time. We'll see you then.
Don't miss it.